Hey everyone, welcome back to what is part 13 of our Crawl Sudden Death Challenges Tournament Octopode Monk of the Shiny One. It's always such a mouthful. I'm your host, Ultraviolent4. We are going to be finishing off Depths, because it turns out that I completely forgot about Depths 5. It's one of these crazy full Encompass Vault floors, which, because we were doing Depths before even doing any runes, we skipped it. But then I completely forgot about it. So we've got 2 runes now. I was scumming Abyss, and then I thought, hey, maybe I should go do some Zig. And then I realized, oh wait, I don't know where the Zig entrance is. Oh yeah, we never did Depths 5. So we're going to do that now. And then after we've done that, I'm pretty sure that we'll be ready to go do a 3rd rune, Hell rune, which I think at this point is probably going to be Tartarus. That's the plan. Probably Hell over Pan, but we can sort of assess where we are once we finish this floor. It occurred to me, I was watching Hell Monk play his Octopode Monk. He was casting a whole bunch of Summon Mana Viper, and it triggered in my mind, hey, why aren't we casting Summon Mana Viper? So I think we have it. We do, I just never learnt it. It's a 10% fail chance, so I should just memorize that. We don't really even need to train for it, because we're training for our large shield, so as our shields go up, that penalty is going to drop. And while we do have the silence spell for things like Ancient Liches, Summon Mana Viper will still be really useful against Orbs of Fire and that sort of thing. I mean, you can use them on Hell Lords too, but really, you'd probably just use the Angels in that case. But for something like an Orb of Fire, it will just blow Angels up, so probably Mana Viper is the better spell there. Oh right, and before we begin, I wanted to show you a piece of fan art that I was sent by Parsimony. So this is his rendition of the early game, where we were abusing Octopode deep water strats to kill ogres. Pretty cool. If you ever make something like this, draw some fan art, what have you make some memes, send them to me, because I love this stuff. If you go to my About page on YouTube, you can find my email there. That's probably the best way to do it. But I mean, you can probably find me on Reddit, you can probably find me on Discord, if you make a little bit of effort. And let's play the game. So with this, I think basically we approach it like I normally do with Vaults 5, in that instead of heading to the middle, we go all the way around the outside first, and then we can start going inwards. And how this one works, using LRD on my Spire. How this one normally works is it's sort of themed, so there's going to be a fire area, there's going to be usually a cold area, like an undeadish area, and so on. Yeah, so this looks like this is the undead one, which is really good for us as the shining one. We can just Cleansing Flame and kill everything in one go. Speaking of Cleansing Flame, we've attracted all the Draconians out. So yeah, Cleansing Flame. We are training Invocations, and I would really like to have that higher before we go into Hell. But I think the way that we'll do this is we'll get Fighting to 27, and then at that point we'll start focusing Invocations. Because, yeah, I feel like the extra HP is probably more important. It's like, I may as well just come over and check. And in that one tile we couldn't see, indeed, there was an Identify scroll hiding there. This might be an Enchantress pack. Nope. She just seems to be a very common enemy to find in these big Encompass Vaults. Oh right, that was a hatch. Okay, that makes sense. I was wondering why I couldn't find the downstairs that corresponded with it. Okay, now this might be freezing time. Yep. Okay, let's back out. Why is there a fire giant in there? He's a bit confused. And we have here a caustic strike pack. Alright, we want to have divine shield. We also really want to have resist corrosion on. I'm kind of tempted to actually just teleport here. But I think what I might do first is... Okay, so we've got blinking scrolls to get away. Or I could just shut the door. Yeah, how about that? There's the play. Let's not overthink it. They're shrikes, they can't open doors, they're birds. Okay, I mean that works. Oh, the ice devil opened the door. Oh, that's not fair. Alright, well that temporarily worked. Okay, well if we can get to the next door, we can shut that one. And then get back up the stairs. So we've got Passage of Galubria, which is what we will use. Go away, please. Let's see. Because the Ice Devil's probably coming. What if we preemptively throw down a Wand of Clouds? This. And let's see if the birds are dumb enough to fly through it. They are. They don't care at all. Okay, maybe they're not so dumb. So I can just go back upstairs, or we could try to stance up one of them. I mean, I'm pretty sure we could fight one caustic strike at a time, or even two, but I don't want to be surrounded by 4 of them at once. How do you get beam? Alright, rather than explain it now, I'll just point him to my guide. So we've still got Divine Shield. I think I want to try to dance one up, but we're going to want Resist Corrosion to do it. So what can we lose? Probably our poison and RC. Alright, let's take up this one. Oh yeah, we just destroy one strike at a time. And I guess I'll go back down and I'll try to find them, but we'll try to get them one at a time, like that. So I gotta be careful here because we're walking around without any form of RC at the moment. So if we meet any cold enemies, I gotta remember we're not prepared yet, like say a Quicksilver Dragon Simulacrum. Well, he can't follow me upstairs, he's not gonna one-shot me. Let's put the RC back on then. Good. Alright, you always got to be careful when you have those together. The Phantasmal Warrior and the Vampire Knight. What am I doing? It's the RC ring. That one. There's just something always funny about when those green draconians try to poison cloud you and they miss. It's a zoning cloud. Alright, now where are the shrikes? I'm gonna chill near this door. So if they do all come, I can shut it on them again. Well, actually, what I can do is preemptively put down a Passage of Galubria, or not. Okay, and then we can run and jump in it. Oh yeah, I was about to say, I don't want to meet a Warper, he's going to mess with my positioning. And if he blinked us in there and all the strikes were in there, we might have been in trouble. But it seems like they've just pieced out and they've left. Ah, okay. The dispelling bolt has taken away our deflector missiles, and that hurts. Okay, let's go back and chill. Because we need to take our shield off before we can deflect missiles again. Alright, good. That one. At this point, should I just be enchant armoring my large shield? Probably. I think it's unlikely that we're going to be finding a magical large shield at this point. And we should put our resist cold back on before we fight this statue. Resist corrosion. Cool. Or not. Dragons can't open doors, so I'll give it a couple of turns to approach. Okay, this is a bit scary. It's alright. I'll just constrict the Lich and then continue hitting the other stuff. Oh, we just got paralyzed. Oh, okay. Are we dead now? What were the odds of that? That must be super low. Okay, so we're still alive. What were the paralysis chances? 9%. Do we really... No, we got 3 pips of MR. Okay, so that was unlucky. Well, rather than do anything crazy, I think we just do a cleansing flame right here. That's going to kill the Lich. We'll heal a bit, and then we can probably fight the dragons. Okay, nice paralysis there. How about we also just make a Divine Warrior, just in case there's anything else scary coming. And you know what? Let's just pass through Equilibria away. Let's not mess around with this. How did you get hasted, sir? We're probably okay now. Alright. Rather than fighting all those at once. Alright, so that was scary. That was a 9% paralysis chance. Yeah. Well punished, I guess. I was like, yeah, I'll just constrict the Lich. I'm not gonna, waste time actually hitting him. I mean, if I just hit him once, or even twice, with our Trishula, he would have died pretty quickly. But I didn't. Lesson learnt. Being paralyzed when you only have 7 AC, as you might imagine, is not a good time. Oh, stop taking my deflector missiles. Oh, he didn't. He did that time. Is that like 3 planes in a row? I don't know. It's hard. I don't notice them because I'm used to them. The only time I notice the planes is when I'm recording. But I think that was a bunch in a row. Okay. We're still looking out for these shrikes. This seems like it's the fire themed room. Oh, there's one of them. Man, our damage output is silly. I didn't even have time to realize that I wanted the resist corrosion ring because the Shrike was just immediately dead. Alright, we've done all the outside. I'm just gonna spam the auto explore button now. There's our Zig entrance. And a book. No, we still haven't found the blink spell. How's our training going? Almost 26 for fighting. He's got Spellbinder. Is Spellbinder really considered an evil weapon? Oh, it's a demon whip. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. Makes perfect sense. Alright, this looks like a good singing opportunity. I see a lot of ugly things coming. And a Shrike. Which is fine, because now I can fight it with +5 sling. Yeah. And we kill it very comfortably. Yeah. I want to have a quick look, just for science. What burger patty melt? Is that how you spell it? Oh, that is, okay. I just want to show you Hellmonk's log from his Octopode, because I watched a little bit of his game and I was just thinking, whenever I'd watch it, his game looked super hard. So this looks like he has huge amounts of HP because he was in dragon form at the time. But if you have a look at his training, you can see how much I prefer to prioritize defenses on my squishy characters and my casters much more than I think most other good players do. So he only had 18 fighting, whereas we're at 26 right now, going to 27. Only 18 dodging. He was using a buckler, so he only had 4 shields trained. And then, I don't know, he just sort of has more of a mix of just random things. Whereas I just love having lots of HP. Not much AC because you're an Octopode, you can't change that much. But a lot of dodging and a lot of shields. So I've got dodging at 21.5 and we're still going, and shields at 19.5. And then we're just tabbing stuff. Whereas I was watching him in vaults and he only had 100 and something max HP. And he was doing all summons and stuff, but he kept nearly dying. Or like, not that he kept nearly dying, but anytime he got hit by something, it was like a super dangerous emergency. Whereas our character just tabs stuff and is pretty robust. Anyway, so I thought that was interesting. There was a similar thing too when we both did Spriggans of Quaz, and then we wrote our Spriggan of Quaz guide together. Similar thing, I trained much more of my defensive skills than he did. So, yeah. And I think that also shows, not on this character because we can't wear body armor, but my regular blaster casters, for instance, are usually wearing dragon armors, whereas a lot of other players, probably like Hellmonk, would often just be wearing robes, and I hate that. Anyway, we've done our depths here, so I think we just head into Hell. I mean, we could run around and scum the abyss until the end of time, but I think we're strong enough. Our fighting's almost maxed. We've got almost 19 invocations, which is huge. I'm going to focus that as well. Yeah, I think we just go. Okay, so we want to find Hell. We didn't even clear Hell. What's on our shopping list? Do we need cancellation, digging, that sort of stuff? We've got 4 cancellation. I'm just going to go buy those because there's that one Hell effect that I hate that contaminates you really heavily, and you have to quaff like 3 cancellation to get rid of it so you don't get mutated. So let's just have a bunch of cancellation potions and we don't have to worry about it. And we've got 5 agi. While we're here, I'll just buy the agi and the curing. Alright, so to hell. To hell with it. Alright, We have not cleared this. I remember the last time we came here, things were ugly. Yeah, and you might be thinking, hey, why were you throwing shade on Hellmonk and saying he kept nearly dying when this whole time you've been nearly dying Ultra? And I would say, fair point. Still. By the time our character was in vaults, we were not in the nearly dying all the time mode. Okay, so why are we going to do Hell rather than going to do Pan? I think the main reason is that our character is probably not very well suited to Pan. So we normally only have one pip of RF and RC, and then we've got one potion of resistance. Whereas when you're in Pan, you want to be capable of getting basically max resistances, because you might be fighting Cerebov, you might be fighting Lom Labom, and so on. And I mean, technically we could skip floors because we're only trying to get 3 runes, not 15. But I don't know. I feel like probably I know what I'm getting into when I come here into Tartarus. It's an RN focus floor. So it's going to be a lot of undead in here. We have full RN from the Shining One, and Zitsamals can also hit you with Bolt of Cold, but it's nowhere near as scary as, say, Cerebov Firestorm. So I know what we're getting into. If we meet the Serpent of Hell in here, the Tartarus one isn't too scary, and we can just get in and get out. Whereas if you go into Pan, you don't know how many floors you're going to have to do until you find a rune floor. You don't know which rune floor you're going to get. You don't know how many floors you're going to have to go through to try to get an exit from Pan, even once you've got that rune. And yeah, I don't know. I think we'll just do this. If this is really rough, we can leave, but I think we'll be fine in here. So the way that Hell works is you just dive it. We've got, for any situations like this where we get surrounded by lots of things, we Cleansing Flame. That's why I've been training so many invocations. We should eat. Yeah, okay, so that took 2 turns to kill that Titsamal, so I feel pretty good about that. And yeah, you just dive. At this point, the experience in here you don't care about. You're not going to find loot in Hell. And the longer you spend, the more time you have for the Hell effect to mess you up. So you just want to get in and out as quickly as you can down to floor 7. I'm thinking we might want to put on extra magic resistance after that experience of being paralyzed by the Lich. I don't know how I feel about this. Okay, so the Hell Lord that we're going to meet here is Ereshkigal, and she's going to have an 8% chance to paralyze us. So what could we drop? I mean, we could drop the RF ring, because we're not going to meet any RF monsters in here. Or I could also just drop or take off one of our magical power rings, or even the protection ring. Yeah, that might be the play, because the enemies in here, we're not really afraid of them overcoming our AC. So the difference between 7 AC and 2 AC in Tartarus is probably not a big deal. Yeah, so we'll do that. I don't know, maybe it is just better to take off the RF Corrode Aralek ring, but I like the +7 dex. That gives us quite a bit of dodging. Alright, let's see. So we're 35 evasion. If we take off the 7 dex, which is that ring, we go to 31. Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind having the extra dodging. It's sort of, I don't know, it doesn't make much difference. As I was saying, you don't really care too much about physical attacks here in Tartarus. It's more, if you're going to die here, it's probably because you're going to get, say, tormented and the like by Tsitsimals. Oh, and hey look, here's a fire enemy, so it looks like we do want to have RF. So there you go. Okay. I was hoping that Hellion would have noticed us and would be walking towards us. Do we not have our poison? We do. We just got lucky a few times. Alright, downstairs. Tartarus 6 and there's our 7 downstairs. Okay. Alright, we made it. Let's magic map because you just want to get this over and done with. So she's going to be in this room. These other things have loot, but at this point, why do we care about loot? We just want to get the rune. We want to get out of here. We just want to win the game. So we're just going to head towards that one. And I guess just hope we don't meet the Serpent of Hell. There's a Sitsimal. I sort of don't want to walk that far towards it, so I'm going to yell and then just back up again. Oh, suddenly a Silent Spectre. So we can use this corner to block line of sight, so then it has to come to us. There we go. You never want to walk 5 or 6 tiles towards a Tormentor. Anyway, I quaffed the curing because we were sick, which drops your HP regen, and we were also slightly rotted. Okay, so maybe I lied a bit. If you're fighting 5 Reapers at once, maybe you care a little bit about your AC and evasion. Oh, we've just been howled. Okay, so this house status from the Doomhound, it ignores your MR, so it's going to get you with it no matter what you do, unless you kill it really quickly. I don't think you can silence it, can you? No, Doom Howl is a natural ability, and once you have Howl, until it wears off, you're going to have Titsimals and Bone Dragons and various other nasty things spawned on you. You can cancellation it if you want, but I think we're okay. We're basically full health. I'm just going to make a Deva to help us out here. And yeah, I'm not really afraid. I am afraid of that Tormentor though. Just go kill that one with high priority. Alright, good. And we keep running in. Now this one, because it's sort of a small one, so I don't know if you're familiar with Tartarus, but a lot of these Tartarus end floors have these really big, windy, long mazes. And in that case, as you go through the mazes, you'll find lots of Titsimals. But on this one, because it's really small, they're all going to be packed into this room. So it's a tip that you want to remember. It's true for Hell Lords and for Pan when you're fighting Pan Lords. You don't want to charge into the Rune Vault rooms where the bosses are if there are a whole bunch of Tormentors in there, if there are a bunch of Fiends. You're much better just trying to draw them out to you so you can fight them one at a time. Because the Lords are scary enough on their own. If you're also getting tormented from 4 directions at once, much, much scarier. And on that note, so for this fight we want to buff up, but I think we're not doing the fight yet, or are we? I mean, we've got 8 haste, we may as well just buff up just in case. I'll just call off the haste and we'll see. Okay, we'll try and draw the stuff out. I don't want to be fighting a Resh plus all the Titsimals, so I'm going to see if we can draw the enemies out to us one at a time. I don't really want to yell because it's going to alert them all. Or do I? Maybe I do want to yell. I'm not seeing any Titsimals. Maybe I completely lied to you. Normally this room is just chock full of them. Alright, well, let's make a bunch of angels. We've got 4 angels. Let's Might and Agi. And so I'm prepped for the fight. Okay, well there's one Titsimal. Yeah, there's 2. You can see that they're sitting there waiting. So that's a legit thing. I'm going to yell. Oh, and our haste ran out. And we're just going to stand around the corner here. Okay, and if these Titsimals run out, they're going to die really quickly to this David team. Oh, there's a Resh. Okay, so I'm going to step back. Was that a Torment? I don't know. Let's make one more Divine Warrior. I kind of don't like how she's summoning Titsimals as well. So if we have a look at Aresh, so she has Bolt of Cold. Not a huge deal when we have RC. She can torment you. She summons greater demons. As you see there, she made a Titsimal. She has major healing, silence, and paralyze. So she can be pretty nasty if she silences you, then torments you a bunch of times, and then you can't escape. And I mean, of course, if she paralyzes you, then you're in a lot of trouble. But that's why we put on extra MR, so she's got a 0% chance of that. And she's really fast as well, just in terms of moving. So if she silences you, you can be in a lot of trouble. But I'm going to read a Scroll of Fog, just so we can get out of vision of that Titsimal over there, and I'm going to rehaste us. Alright, and I mean, we can reach over the Deva, or I can just Cleansing Flame, because I know that's definitely going to hit her. Yeah, and she's... Okay, well now we can just go with the Trishula. With 3 Devas and an Angel, anything evil is going to go down really quickly. Just in case that's not obvious. Okay, and then we'll still have Bone Rune. Sweet. So that's our 3rd rune. 3rd rune Hell. Wasn't too tricky, as it turns out. Although, to be fair, we did scum the Abyss for a while. But still. And I guess we'll get started on Zot. Alright, cool. Yeah. Alright. I think we may as well have the extra... We got 22 digging, that's plenty. We don't need 40. Extra might. We've only got 3. Okay. So we'll buy the might. We'll buy the mutation. And then I probably should get an extra source of RF. Just in case. I think we'll switch out of the extra MR ring that we're wearing, which is that one. We'll pick up Curing Might, 13 Flight, and let's get the Mutation Potion. And then finally, let's get some other source of RF, just in case we're getting destroyed by Orbs of Fire. Or we've got a Rings of Fire. That's really unfortunate. We've never in this whole time found a Ring of Protection from Fire. What happens? Okay, yeah. Or we'd have to take off our Guardian Spirit Amulet, but that's giving us 64 extra hit points, so I don't really want to do that. Okay, so our only way to get RF is if we also have no RC. Or we quaff our 1 resistance potion. I don't know, not a huge deal. Into Zot. We've got 2 magic mapping scrolls. Okay, well the 2 most dangerous floors that you want to magic map are the first floor, because you've only got 1 stair out, and maybe, I don't know, maybe... I mean, Zot 5, it's usually pretty obvious to be able to tell where the end is, so it'd probably just be Zot 1 and Zot 4 maybe. I don't know. Let's drop some stuff. Let's drop these enchant weapon scrolls that we're carrying around for no reason. I don't like this, because this Moth of Wrath is going to zerk all the Draconians who have turned up. We've got 5 or 9 Fear Scrolls. Alright, so just fear the Moth of Wrath away. And we're just going to walk. Okay, this one Berserk White Draconian I'm not really afraid of. I'm more afraid of if the whole pack berserks. Alright, cool, that's better. Much better. Oh, you're still going. They let go. Also, let's stop training our invocations now, because we finished with Hell. So, what would we use invocations on in Zot? It would be things that we probably can just silence. So liches or cursed toes, I guess, but not a big deal. 20 invocations is fine. Wait, yep. And I like how when I notice we're exactly on a round number with 20 invocations. It's perfect. We're going again. A little bit of berserk stuff is no biggie. I'm going to Divine Shield before we go down this time though. Oh, there we go. We got the Moth on its own. Wait, how did that guy get berserk? That's weird. He must have berserked as we were pulling the Moth of Wrath up, and then because I went straight back down, he was still angry. Still raging. Poor arms. I'm not sure what that means. Let's take off our shield. I don't know. I think at some point the devs will probably remove this. Because he used to do all this sort of nonsense with... we're being fireballed around the corner. I used to do all this nonsense with repel missiles, and so they removed it from the game. And then I guess the argument or the belief was that because deflect missiles is a much higher level spell, you wouldn't be able to cast it without properly training for it. But nope. I think your skill is still at 12. Oh my god, it is. Oh wow, okay. Oh, alright. Well, okay, so it turns out that this whole time we've never had our weapon at min delay. So I remember in the early game we were using a spear for a very long time. And the min delay for a spear is 12. But we're using a Trishula, which is the same as a Demon Trident, so it should be 14. Well, there you go. We're finally in Zot after doing a no layer run. Let's get our weapon to min delay. How about that? Oh boy. Okay, so our damage output has been a lot lower than it could have been for a very long time. I mean, considering how gruesome our damage output has been anyway, I don't think it's a huge deal, but man, I bet some of you have been screaming for probably 7 or 8 episodes now. Sorry. When I'm trying to get the whole game done in a week because of the round, I just gotta play him. But that's funny, that's really embarrassing. One of those guys just read a summoning scroll. What a jerk. We could have had that summoning scroll. Just goes to show how much I love defenses, right? You just prioritize our getting fighting to 27 over getting our weapon to Mindalay. Why didn't that work? It's kind of annoying. We're pretty close to the wall, so what I'm going to do is just go back and dig a kill hole. Even if these guys all go berserk, if we're fighting them one at a time in a hallway, I don't really care. I'm not even going to Divine Shield, just to show that we can. Although I probably should. Oh well. Annihilators can do Crystal Spear and Iron Shot, so you do need to respect those guys. And we will be full clearing. I like to full clear. Okay, that's fine. We're in a spot there where we could go back up and just get the Gold Dragon on its own. Before it got berserked. That's not true. It could have been berserked as we were pulling it up. And I mean, okay, so we've got an example here where we could just go downstairs right here and skip this floor, but I want a full clear. How did I die last? Oh, there's Tiamat. Okay. I died last when because I wasn't recording it, on my orb run, where I had a dodgy orb run. But that doesn't ever happen to you, or it's much less likely to happen to you if you fully cleared Zot. Because I had to teleport away from a Panlord, and then I land in the middle of a bunch of other enemies. But that would never ever happen if I had full cleared. Alright, so Tiamat. Well, I'm going to, if nothing else, I'm going to Divine Shield. If you're not aware, she's extremely dangerous. Look at her damage. She hits for 60 damage, plus her Glaive of Freezing, tail slaps for up to 45, and can tail slap you again for another 15. Add that together, that's a stupid amount of damage. And that's in addition to the fact that she's always changing colors and then can hit you with all the different breath weapons. I'm going to throw out a Wand of Clouds and see if we can get a good one. Okay, I think there's no way that we just confused Tiamat with Spectral Weapon, right? No, I think she just stepped around the corner. Let's put a spy down. How about we also make an angel to help us? I probably should also step around the corner so we can constrict Tiamat. She's not large or anything, so we should be able to constrict her. That would up our damage, but I also kind of don't want to be next to her. In case she does hit us for 100 damage, then we can walk away. Whereas if I'm next to her, well, one, we're then potentially going to get hit by a tail slap and the like. But then if I walk away, she can hit us a second time. Yeah, so I'm going to stick away and not constrict her. Why don't I also just quaff an Agi? We've got 5 of those. Okay, I want to kill this one who's behind me. Okay. We'll get there eventually. Also, our Lightning Spire, is it shooting through the angel? Whoa! Hang on, mind blown. Angels are resistant to electricity? Wow, okay, today I learned. Alright, well we just got the 100 damage smack there, so we're going to walk away. Are we? Okay, let me just see. I didn't get Davis. The reason that a Dava would kill her really quickly is because Smite, of course, will ignore her AC. So, Davis could take her out while she's at half HP. But I don't think an Angel will. She's going to be too strong for an Angel. Can I acid her from here? No, but I can move a bit closer. Okay, never mind. There's an angry Tiamat running at me. I've got half HP. Let's not. Oh, wow. Okay. What is this? Did anyone call a million draconians at once? We might get owned here because there's one shifter. So as we try to go up here, that shifter might blink us. Please don't blink me. Okay, it didn't. Let's dig a kill hole. We can't. We got blinked away. Oh, we can. Yeah, stop shifting me. Okay, I like how that guy made a impenetrable pit that his other draconians couldn't follow us on. And I don't want to go back there. That's really scary. We're still here. That's okay. We can cleansing flame the tentacle monstrosities. Alright. This sort of maybe defeats my argument that it's safer to be fully clearing. So say we had actually just gone down here. We wouldn't have had to fight Tiamat, we wouldn't have had to deal with whatever this crazy vault is. But I stand by my decision. I'm going to Divine Shield again and let's go fight Tiamat. If we could get... there we go. We needed a Deva. Okay, and now that we're just fighting her, I'm going to walk up to her so we can constrict her. Okay, and she's dying a lot more quickly when we got constrict damage being put on her. Yeah, okay, that was a lot easier. Maybe I should have just done that in the first instance. I don't know. Stepping into this room with all the draconians in there though. Oh, I don't know. We got our polearms to 14. There you go, min delay on our weapon. I'm going to focus shields. It's probably more important to get shields up than to get dodging up. I don't know, they're kind of similar. And we are being shifted. Those guys, for their shifts, they ignore your MR. Much like the Doomhound, there's really nothing you can do other than not be able to see them. Oh, right. There's a Draconian behind us. Cool. Oh. Okay. Well, we could have miscast then. I don't remember if you make a miscast off an explosion and you hit your angel, if that counts as hurting it for the purposes of attacking an angel. And then Shining One kicks you out. So maybe I should be careful of that. Berserk Gold Dragons are always really scary, so I've used Divine Shield. Yeah, look at this. We're just fighting the Berserk Gold Dragon on a 7 AC character. Who needs AC? Okay. The White Draconian has a shielded distortion. Let's kill that guy first then. Yeah, but my general rule of thumb for defenses is that of AC, evasion, and shield, as long as you have a high number of 2 of them, you're fine. Which is why I tend not to find Octopodes too difficult, even though you always have really low AC. You got Constriction in the early game, which is really strong, and then later on, you can have lots of evasion and lots of shield, so your defenses are fine. I don't know. I seem to be in the minority of not finding Octopode to be too weak of a species. Can't believe that we only just got weapon min delay now. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to all of you who've been dying a very slow death every episode. Is this going to be the one where Ultra realizes? I've been telling him in the comments for 3 weeks now and he never listens. I'm sorry. I had to record this beforehand. It's not my fault. On to Zot 3. Oh, acquirement. Well, I think we just go jewelry now. Maybe we'll get a ring of fire protection. Oh, we actually did. We unironically got a ring of protection from fire. Alright, well that's fine. It means we can get 2 pips of RF now without having to lose our RC as well. Too funny though. I gotta be careful. I gotta not meme stuff like this into reality. Meme magic is really dangerous if you use it irresponsibly. We are -8 corrosion right now. How about we do a divine shield? Okay, who cares about being -8 corrosion? Not me. And it looks like we're trying to finish this one off, I guess. I thought maybe it would take a while to do that depths 5 and then we'd go do hell and then we'd do one more episode to finish off Zot, but yeah, we're sort of just flying right now. On to Zot 4. We may as well... No, I'll save our last magic mapping for Zot 5. This is how strong we are. I haven't even been using Summon Lightning Spire just because I can't be bothered. Not because it's not good anymore, but it's just, I don't know, I have to press buttons and stuff. It's harder than hitting the tab key. Okay, we're slow, which is why I'm backing up, because if there's a whole draconian pack over there, I don't want to be fighting it while slow. Man, we're getting destroyed. I'm glad I backed up. Man, we just cut through death cobs like they're butter. Like the butter that you'd put on some corn. I'm getting hungry. We enter a teleport trap, El Giggle. Fortunately, we didn't land anywhere scary, but that's always super fun and exciting to hit traps in Zot. Oh, cool. A second potion of resistance. Now we're almost swimming in them. And on to Zot 5. We really are flying. Alright, so we read our magic mapping scroll. I like how we get another scroll of blinking, because this is our ghetto blink spell, because in all this time we've still never found blink. We're not in the spell form anyway. You know what? Now I think of it, at this point we should probably... I'm going to focus evocations for a little bit and just train maybe 4 or so, because we're carrying around this hand crossbow with the ability to evoke blink on it. We might potentially need that. I don't know, maybe some crazy silence pen lord pins us in. But if we do need it, having a 30% failure chance sounds really scary. So at this point, let's just do it. Having a little bit of evocations like that won't completely make our Wand of Clouds off limits. I don't know, you don't start seeing the negative energy clouds until you get to relatively high evocations. Certainly higher than 4. First orb of fire. Okay, orbs of fire can't open doors. Well, he's in this little room with doors on every side, so I could just leave him in here and then never deal with him. But I probably should. Let's put on our other protection from firing instead of probably... I don't know, we kind of want all these things. Maybe we'll just try to fight him with one... No. We'll put it on instead of one of these magical power rings. I'm gonna preemptively make some Mana Vipers, and let's make a Divine Warrior. Yeah, because if we get a Deva, it can smite the Orb of Fire, and then I think this is probably just enough damage to just kill it. Yeah, we feel stupid. Feel less energetic. Come on, Mana Vipers. Alright, there we go. Goes down. We got 2 bad mutes. Oh, having low magical capacity is almost like being frail, because our magic is our HP. But yeah, from memory we don't have many potions of mutation, only 4, so I'm not going to do that yet. For all we know, I'm going to get the 3rd time in a row. Oh, well, not in a row, but I'm going to have the 3rd week of this tournament where it's the 10 to 15 Orb of Fire, Zot 5 ending. So in that case, we want to save it until and unless we get some really bad mutes. Let's go a little bit more evocations. At this point, it's really cheap. We've got a +1 aptitude, and we're training skills that are at 23 and 22 respectively. Let's take it to maybe 8. Okay, Shift X, Control F to forget the floor. Let's just make sure there's nothing else out here. Doesn't look like it. Okay. So we're going in. Oops. I never trust this anymore. Yeah, so I'm sending my Mana Vipers in just to check that there's no, say, teleport trap there. It's an Ancient Lich. Okay, so it's a 14% chance to paralyze. That seems way too high. That's alright, we'll kill him really quickly. I could have silenced. I don't really want to be casting silence in here. I mean, we can always cancellation it off, but it's kind of scary. If, say, Orbs of Fire start turning up, I want to be able to make spells and abilities. Alright, so far so good. Not seeing huge amounts of Orbs of Fire, so maybe the game has had some mercy on us this time around. Yeah, I'm sure you saw me. Oh, and an Orb of Fire. Okay. It is really bad to have Spectral Weapon out against Orbs of Fire, because when they fireball you, you're then sharing the damage 2 ways. There's the second one. Alright, so I'm going to back around the corner so it can't see me. I'm also going to, first of all, quaff a resistance and probably quaff one of our hastes. And maybe even a might. Okay, so we got a bit of extra damage. Okay, good. Yeah, we're fine now. Oh, we feel a little bit pissed off. I do feel a bit pissed off because we just got Berserkitis. For you. Okay, I feel like 14% paralysis is a bit high. Let's put our MR ring on, and we're gonna take off +4 protection. We don't care about AC too much against an Ancient Lich. Oh, we're fast and might and resist. Okay, I'm just gonna run at him. Just kill him. Yeah, that works. Oh wait, we have Berserkitis. hang on. I want to stop fighting. Yeah, I don't want to have Berserkitis. That's definitely one we're getting rid of. So I'm gonna come back out. We're gonna quaff some mutes. Wow. Oh. We get Rugged Brown Scales, which is +1 AC and +3 HP and 2 levels of robust. So we're now a super swole Octopode. 275 HP plus another 64 of our Guardian Spirit. This is an extremely swole Octopode. And again, okay, so we're not, you wouldn't normally be this swole because you wouldn't have the robust mutations, but for all you people out there who basically swear just by using statue form on every single Octopode you play, I hope I'm showing that you really don't, because as long as you just train a huge amount of fighting, you don't need it for extra fighting, and the not having AC doesn't matter as long as you have a lot of evasion and a lot of shield. I don't know. I should probably go Divine Shield here, in case we end up fighting a whole lot of these Orb Guardians at once. Speaking of which. Okay. We could have also quaffed Agi there. I don't know. I just felt like we didn't need it. Like, I'll be an Octopode. I'll just fight 3 Orb Guardians at once. I'm not actually threatened by it. It's all good. Okay, we're gonna fully clear. I'm not going to just grab the orb and run out of here. Yeah, I was gonna say that. How does that make sense? Ancient Lich didn't even see us. Still got the extra MR on. Okay, that's fine. I probably shouldn't have had it on when we were fighting all those Orb Guardians. The AC was probably better. But now we're basically immune to banishment. There's a 1% chance. I'm going to haste and might again. And we've got a bunch of Ancient Liches coming, so let's make some Divine Warriors, who actually, now that I think about it, are just going to get destroyed by the Orb of Fire. That's kind of a waste. Oh well, it's okay. We feel less in control of our magic. Our spells are harder to cast but more powerful. That's probably actually a bonus. Yeah, we can still cast all our stuff. Okay, cool. And at this point, okay, well it died anyway. I was going to say, I may as well step behind my Angel, so that we're blocking. Oh, here's another one. We're still might and hasted. How about we put on, I don't see any liches right now, so how about we put on our other protection from firing rather than MR, because we have a lot of friends right now and we're still hasted and mighted. So we just kill this Orb of Fire. We get a pair of antennae on our head. Cool, too easy. Octopodes are strong, man. Who says Octopode is a weaker race? Oh, another Orb of Fire. Okay, I don't really like this one. It's super far away. I'm gonna read a scroll. A fog scroll, just so we can prepare for this fight, so that the Orb of Fire is not just blasting us as it approaches. So I'm going to do a Divine Shield for the Orb Guardians. I'm going to might. We've got 4 haste, we probably don't need it. If I just do might and agi, I think we're okay. I'm going to kill the Orb Guardian first though, which might sound weird, but the fight against the Orb of Fire is probably going to go longer, whereas I can just quickly kill the Orb Guardian. Oh yeah, the Orb of Fire is nearly dead this time. But the thinking was, I just quickly kill that, so during the extended fight against the Orb of Fire, it's not just getting free attacks over and over and over again. Oh no, okay. These orange statues are so scary here in Zot. They have shadow creatures, which means they can do packs of Cursed Toes and potentially Orbs of Fire, or potentially a whole lot of berserk things like this. So let's go Divine Shield. And I mean, this stuff isn't even real. It's kind of, yeah, that's a really annoying statue. So I mean, I could ignore that, but again, I want to be able to teleport out of here. I just want a safe orb run. So we will go fight it. Okay, so statues. Oh, that was a warper. Okay, suddenly a warper pack. Oh, he's gonna warp me into the statue, and then it's gonna make shadow creatures. This is terrifying. I'm gonna fear them actually. I am that afraid that we're gonna get warped in there. The statue is going to make. Well, let's just get away from it. Yeah, the statue is gonna make a bunch of really scary stuff, and we're gonna die. Like, that might not have looked like it, but that was actually a really super dangerous moment. Having a warper right next to an orange crystal statue here in Zot 5. Okay, so how do we kill that guy? I think I'm just gonna make some angels, and then I'm just gonna run them in. Just go fight it. And get the statue, please. The statue. Good. We got plenty of nets. You can walk into these net traps and get the nets out of them, which is technically optimal because, I don't know, maybe you need 8 nets. Oh, we got another one. There we go. Okay, and it looks like we've cleared it, but just to check, I'm gonna go Shift X, Control F, and we're gonna scope around. Make sure that there are no monsters like this Quicksilver Dragon or these Ancient Liches out here waiting to meet us on the orb run. Looks like we are good. Alright, time to run. Okay, so I'm just going to eat so we're engorged, and we're going to teleport out of here, or at least try. Wait 8 turns. Grab it. Get a good teleport. Perfect. There we go. So 5, super easy. I mean the escape bit. And we're just going to GD0. And now because we fully cleared Zot, if we meet a Panlord or something like that, we can just teleport away. Well, we got out of the Zot completely without any Panlords. That's a nice start. We're out of depths now. Is this going to be the easiest orb run of all time? I shouldn't jinx it. There's one fiend. How about we just throw a throwing net at it, and then we just walk away. That's why we collected all the nets. Alright, we got our first Panlord. If we were playing Trunk, we'd be able to look at what its spell set is, but we can't here. So here's called Voodoo. Are we on an upstair or a downstair? A stair leading down. Okay, so I think the play here is we just go back down. And then we go up a new stair, and we just don't deal with him. Yeah, how about that? Okay, I'm just gonna kill this because I'm getting sick of manually moving. Super easy orb run. Wow. Okay, that is one of the easiest orb runs of my entire crawl career. That was amazing. We met one dangerous enemy in the form of a Panlord, but we were on the upstair. Oh, as in we went up and we were still standing on the stair, so we just went back down. And then we saw one Ice Fiend, and I just netted it. Alright. So that was fun. That was our Lairless Octopode Monk of the Shining One win. Not a combo and god choice I would recommend if you're trying to skip Lair. But we got there, and that's a really important win. So with this one, oh, I don't have it open. Okay, I didn't have the standings open. There's Parsimony's art again. But you just have to take my word for it. So I was slightly in the lead for the standings, and then by getting a Lairless win, that gives us an extra 6 points in the tournament. So I got a pretty commanding lead right now. Although in saying that, the two people who are most threatening in Hellmonk and Joy 1999, neither of those two have done 15 rune runs or ziggurats. So they should be able to get those bonus points pretty easily. But the one that's going to be a lot harder for them to get and a lot more dangerous is going to be Ascetic Rune. Another person who's a contender is Minotaur Berserker, but it's the night before the new round and he hasn't played at all. So I fear maybe he's totally tilted out after he died last week, which is a shame. I hope he turns up and plays his Octopode Monk, because yeah, it sucks if a contender just gets mad and rage quits when they're contending for first place even. But anyway, that's the end of this one. So yeah, looking really good for the Crawl Sudden Death Challenges tournament. And it's been quite fun. I'm enjoying it. It's 2 more rounds left. This was round 5. I've now done all the one-time bonuses. So I've just got to try to get the challenges for each round, just win with the combo and the god that's given, and not have to worry about any crazy things like Ascetic Rune or no Lair wins and so on. But yeah, that's it. See you all for the next one. Not sure. That's a good question. Am I going to show more rounds for the Sudden Death tournament? Maybe. I'll do it if it's interesting. Because the thing is, I'm going to be releasing videos for this playthrough over the next week, which is when the next round will be anyway. I don't know. We'll see what it is. If it's something interesting, I will do it. If it's some really boring combo and challenges, I'll just play it. But yeah, okay. I don't know what will be next then, is what I'm, in a very roundabout way, trying to say. Well, whatever it is, I'll see you back for that one. Bye.